The Joe Rogan Experience.
Yeah.
You become, you don't trust in the way you view things anymore. You're boxed in. It's very dangerous to be committed to something you know is not true.
It also shows a level of intelligence too, because when you got these geniuses who spent their entire lives doing this stuff in astrophysics, you're telling me that they're part of this scheme too, and they believe that it's, you know,
this is
flat?
100% of the problem. 100%. It's adopting an idea too soon. That's 100% of the idea. Because once you adopt that idea and then you hang on to it, now you're fucked. Like Bigfoot, man. Bigfoot was a big one for me. I was convinced that
really?
Bigfoot was real.
What's wrong with you?
Stupid.
How long ago was this?
A couple weeks
Not
ago.
when not when I'd known you.
Yeah, man, when I did this TV show, that's when I totally let it go. I'd kind of let it go before then, but Duncan and I actually went to the Pacific Northwest, and we went to hang out with like real Bigfoot experts that were searching for Bigfoot all the time.
When you say real Bigfoot experts, you mean con artists?
No, it's not that.
Dumbasses.
The way I described them is unfuckable white dudes.
Who have nothing to do.
They're just a bunch of fellows. We decided to call ourselves a rap band. We're gonna call ourselves UFWD, unfuckable white dudes.
And you didn't find anything
out there in the Pacific
You didn't
Northwest.
find shit.
We found camp spots, a lot of spent shells and beer cans laying around.
You're better than that, Joe.
No, this is what I found out. People want to believe in things, and once you want to believe in something, instead of looking at it objectively and going, "Well, I'm not sure," you like automatically go towards any information that would point to the fact that the thing is real, not to the whole body of information. Look, well, how crazy are these people? When you meet the people that believe in Bigfoot, the ones that have seen it, the ones that have claimed to have seen it, almost all of them were clearly lying.
And a little like out of it.
There was one lady
on the spectrum.
Maybe, yeah, but just some people are just liars. They can't help it. They make stories up to make themselves feel better. Like they just crazy, and you can't really say it to their face because you don't really know. But sometimes it just gets ridiculous. And this one lady was one of the only ones that didn't seem like that. This one lady was telling me a story about how she was going through the woods, and she saw some big thing that was standing up, and it was like 7 feet tall, and it was moving through the woods. And she saw this thing, and she was like, "Oh my God, it's an ape." And then she realized it was Bigfoot. And she saw it for a few steps, and then it was gone. At the time, I was fascinated. At the time, I was like, maybe she really did see it. But now I know for a fact, an absolute fact, that where she lived, there's a lot of black bears. And black bears will often walk on their hind legs. They'll walk like Bigfoot. They really do. There's many, 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 many videos. I've seen it with my own two eyes. I saw a bear walk for several steps, like 6, 7, maybe even 10 steps
on its hind legs,
roaring at another bear, and they were going to fight with each other, and they fought with each other standing up. They went after each other.
Dope.
But dude, he walked towards him like that. Look at that.
That does look like Bigfoot.
Look at that. See that bear? This is a bear that had injured paws. And sometimes they'll get their paw bit off in a fight.
God damn.
They duke it out with each other, or maybe they get caught in a trap. You know, some fucking assholes that set traps out there
so
for
they're
them
forced
too.
to walk like that.
They bite, you know, they bite their own foot off to get out of a trap.
Damn, man.
That's real, man. They get wolves that way. They catch them in traps.
Jesus.
Traps are scary shit,
Hell
man.
yeah.
But these animals, you know, when they get a hurt paw, they'll walk on their back legs like Bigfoot. So she probably saw some shit moving through the woods. Like,
Holy
look at these.
shit.
Yeah. Dude, they just stand there.
That's terrifying.
I know. And they can walk like that.
That's terrifying, but it's clearly not a fucking Bigfoot,
Right.
you morons.
No. See, you say that, but dude, I'm telling you, when you're in the Pacific Northwest, you cannot see 15 yards in front of you. Duncan and I were talking about it. Because, you know, we had to hang out up there and go wandering through the woods. We're like, if there was something right there, like 5 trees away, and then it moved into the back, how long would it take before it disappeared? 2 steps? 3 steps? It's so dense, dude. It's like a Q-tip box. You know how you get Q-tips out of a box?
Yeah, it's a nightmare.
There's so many of them. There's no gaps in between these trees. Have you been to the Pacific Northwest? Like the rainforest
No,
up
I've
there?
never been in there. I mean, I obviously drove through it,
It's
going to shows
amazing.
or some shit.
It's amazing. And here's the other thing about it. It's all pine needles, so that you don't even make any noise.
Yeah, but I would see a standing figure like that in my educated brain. I go, oh, that's a fucking giant bear.
No, because you'd be looking at a hill like 100 yards away, and you would see this thing walk through the tree standing up, and you'd be like, what in the fuck was that? And then it's gone. So then your imagination starts running wild. And your imagination starts filling in the blanks. I don't think it's a coincidence.
Am I high or not?
For sure you're high.
Well, then I'd probably think
you're
it's
in
Bigfoot.
Seattle, man.
Okay, then
why would you
Bigfoot.
not be high?
Yeah, I'm big.
You're eating mushrooms.
Oh, it's
you're
Bigfoot.
high as fuck.
Oh, I'm on shrooms?
Everybody up there's on shrooms.
Then that's a walking brown unicorn.
You're walking down this road in the forest and you see something that's in the woods and you see it briefly 100 yards away for 3 or 4 steps. Your brain starts filling in the blanks and you get excited. You saw a fucking Bigfoot and I will go to my grave knowing what I saw that day. And everybody wants to be special. So everybody wants to pretend they saw a giant monkey in the woods. But when you really talk to them, that was the only lady I knew that wasn't lying to me. She saw something.
She actually thought it was Bigfoot, but it was a standing.
If I had a guess, if I had some money to bet, I would bet almost 100% what she saw was a bear.
Now, you did the show, and after coming back from that show, you're like, you know what, Bigfoot's bullshit.
It's the same feeling I got talking to everybody. Psychic readers, same feeling I got talking to UFO experts, same feeling I got to everybody wants to believe. Everybody wants to believe.
See, the UFO I can fucks with. The UFO makes sense to me. There's so many kind of...
Sure.
X factors there where I can buy a UFO.
It could be real.
It could be real. Bigfoot, come on.
Here's the thing about Bigfoot. The reason why it's so attractive is because it used to be a real animal. 100%. It was a thing called Gigantopithecus.
Bring that shit up, Jimmy.
They didn't know about Gigantopithecus until I believe it was the 1920s. They found a tooth of this primate in an apothecary shop in China. And they're like, what the fuck is this?
Someone was selling it?
Yeah, they were selling it, and someone found another tooth, and they said, "Oh, there's another." And the primatologist who checked it out, that was a real animal.
God,
yeah,
dog,
8 foot tall, gigantic orangutan-looking thing.
It still doesn't look like a human.
It was in the orangutan family. No, dude. It doesn't. Well, Bigfoot's supposed to look like that.
Oh,
That's
really?
what it's supposed to look like. Yeah, it's not supposed to look like a human.
Well, I thought it was like a hairy human combo.
There's a photo of a man standing next to a proportionate man, the average-sized man, standing next to a Gigantopithecus statue. See if you can find that in there. I know it's in there.
Piccathus.
Yeah, that's it. That was how big it was. So that was a real animal, 100%. Now, they're not 100% sure that it walked on 2 legs, but they're pretty sure. And the reason why is the shape of the teeth. That animals that walk on their hind legs, animals that walk upright, have a different shape to their jaw. So that's what they found.
That looks like
they found a jawbone, and they found some teeth, and they found it like all in the same site. And then they realized that they're dealing with a totally different animal.
And he was around how long ago?
10,000 years ago. So this thing existed somewhere in the neighborhood of, I think that's right. Wait a minute, that might be wrong. I think I'm thinking of the Flores man. Was the Hobbit man, the little 3 foot tall dude?
Sure.
That dude was like 10, 14,000 years ago. That was really soon.
Yeah.
Like really recently. Definitely lived alongside people.
Not that
This might be 100,000. What makes it attractive, though, is where that thing lived is exactly where all the animals came across the Bering Land Bridge that connected Asia to North America. So this Bering Land Bridge was where they think everything came across. Short-faced bears, even people.